Torrents and Cascades. I remember things. I remember concepts. I remember these little fragments of my life. I remember what they mean to me. But I fail to garner any reason beyond that. I fail to understand the true brevity of such. And this where I am, this where I walk, this little path overlooking a tide of darkness. But I attempt to follow it to the end. I attempt to follow it toward what truth I can garner. I attempt to find darkness. I attempt to find the truth behind the lies. I attempt to understand the ideas behind darkness, and rationalise as such. Yes, rationalise. That's always something that mattered to me. I had to rationalise everything. I had to understand how to rationalise things. I had to understand what it even meant to be a rationalist. For everything what we can dissect. Every day it was the same. Get up, eat breakfast, take a shower, go to work. Just these simple little things that drive us in life. These little things that we take for granted. A little creature that comforts we can garner from our everyday schedule. But they become mundane after 10 years. The same papers I would file for the same crooked politician. I would help him come up with ways to cheat the people. I would tell him what to say. I would tell him how he could identify truth. I would tell him how he could transpire fate and use such truth to his own advantage. He would manipulate the truth and lies together, intertwine them and mesh them together. And I would be his willing lapdog, willing to take commands. I hated him. I hated him so much. I would have done anything to escape from that malevolent presence. From the deepest, most conceited hatred within me, the most grandiose feelings of anger within me. But I did it for one person. I did it for my son. I wanted him to be able to get into the best colleges, to be able to go wherever he wished. I wished the world to be all around him. I wanted life to be all for him, the world to be his bastion, my arms his sanctuary. But it was never that simple. My son died today. He had brain cancer for the last 3 years. Before that, he was fine. Perfect, in fact. He always did everything I asked him to. He did perfectly in school. He did everything that was conceivable. And yet, fate grasped him and removed him from what I had given him. Life and aspirations, goals, dreams, desires. All taken away in a single swipe. My wife abandoned me for seeing my son die. She believed that not only was the reason to be with me, but all the hope in her had been extinguished. She gave up. She abandoned me for the lull of death. She abandoned me because it seemed so pleasant, and so that she could be with our son again. More lies. She was afraid of the knowing death that was on the horizon. She was afraid of knowing that the life on horizon, a life with more cascades and torrents, a life with more torment, and a life with more fear, a life that would perpetrate itself in only the depths of fear. The very worst images and ideas inserted in our identity from events. I am no different to anybody. Given the chance, I did the same. I was weak. And now I walk the road above darkness, a road without light, a road without hope, a road that is so bleak, a road that in itself is unknown. Fear never leaves, does it?